Hello and welcome to Coding with Caleb. Today we are going to be kicking off the beginner Python series that I'm going to be doing. And today, as titled of the video, I'm going to teach you how to use the print command, how to make comments, and what are variables. So I am assuming you already have a Python idle downloaded and picked out. And if you don't, I suggest you go do that because I'm not teaching you that in this video. Well, let's get right into it. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The print command, you're just going to type print and then add parentheses, and this is an empty command, but we're going to turn it into what we want it. And it's called a function because it has the command word right here, which is print in this case, and then parentheses. And whatever we put in the parentheses, it's going to execute the function with. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to add quotations, and this is how you identify something as a string or, to the computer, words, rather than defining a variable. And we're going to do hello world, and this is like the basic program. Some idles start with this already typed in when you make a new program, and just hit Control S to save it. Select where you want to save it to, and then type in a name. We're going to do hello world for this one. And then after that, you can run it by hitting F5 on your keyboard. If I drag that window over here, it just prints in this shell, hello world. And you can also run it by hitting run up here, or save it by right here. But I use the shortcuts because it's faster. So now that you have the basic print command down, I'm going to show you how to make comments, and these are really useful if you want to kind of explain what your program is doing. Say, for example, you write a really large one and it's kind of complicated, and you might want to come back to it after a while, but you might not remember any of what certain chunks do. And so rather than reading each thing, you can make little comments, notations to yourself or other programmers. So you can make a single line comment by using a hashtag and then just putting anything. Like, for example, this is a comment. And it's red, so it's kind of hard to see, but if I highlight that, and then if we go and run our program again, it just ignores my comment and goes right over it and just prints hello world. And you can put comments like this, and you can also put them after something if you're commenting on a specific line and want to save space. Then you can also do that. And if you want to make a multi-line comment, because if stuff is really long, it'll just kind of extend that way and you'll have to scroll off the screen. So that can be annoying for really long comments. You can do single quotes 6 times, and anything in here, it is technically a string, but it's perfectly fine. If I can put hello, and it's still considered a comment if I run that again. It's just hello world printed again, because while it's a string, it's kind of sitting there and you're not telling the computer to do anything with it. And so that's comments right there. The next thing we're going to be learning is variables, but before I teach you variables, I'm going to teach you about data types, because those are very important with variables. So first, there are 4 basic data types. The first one is strings, which you are already familiar with since we used it in the print command. There's integers, which are numbers. Then there's Boolean values, which are true and false. And then there's lists, which is just multiple of the same, kind of stored in the same thing. So it can be, we can have string 10, and if we want false. And it's all stored in like the same list. So, and we can assign those to variables, which are just kind of what we, if we want to call on something, that's what we do. So, like for example, if we made a game and you want to keep track of player health, and player health starts the game at 20, then you could create a variable called player health that equals 20. In variables, it has to be one word, so you can't use spaces, and you can't use most special characters, with the exception of the underscore. You can use capital letters, regular letters, and stuff like that. You cannot use keywords though, like print, how that's a command. You can't have a variable called print. That'll confuse the computer. There are a few others, but we'll learn those along the way. But when defining a variable, you're going to want to put a space, equal sign, and then another space, and then whatever you're making the variable. Whether that be a string, like number, or even a boolean, and then obviously a list, which we're going to learn more on lists in a later video. That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.